Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, hey, let's just go over some book finds, just cool stuff I found, some comps just for your, your learning and viewing pleasure, as it were. So, hey, thank you for the views, for subscribing, new subscribers, longtime subscribers. I sincerely appreciate the channel support, and hey, just keep doing it, and I'll keep doing what I do, and we'll just see what happens. So, with that, let's jump in. So, yeah, I had, a couple stops at a library, bookstore, actually an estate sale that I only found a couple of things, but they're really cool, and a thrift store find. So the first thing I found was this hardback of Ray Bradbury's The Martian Chronicles. This is only about a $10 book, but I paid 50 cents for it. I think it's, yeah, see how the library marked it in there, 50 cents. I have to erase all those out. Actually, I have a paperback copy of this, so I may keep this for myself and just upgrade my paperback copy to a hardback. So I thought that was cool. Then, okay, this is weird. I got this for $1.50 at one of my thrift stores, Hygiene, Colorado, and it says from hoofbeats to pickup. So it's a town history. I don't see anything on this on eBay. I found it on Amazon, and there's one listed on Amazon for like $5, $4.95, and then everything else, there's like three other ones, and they're like $25. So I think I'm gonna sell this on eBay, probably list it for 20 bucks. I like this kind of town history stuff, so, and it's in really good condition. So kind of cool name too, Hygiene, Colorado. Okay, here's one. Actually, I got this one. It was in a lot of these, if you're just new to the channel or you're kind of tuning in lately, I normally pick things with my eyeball. I just kind of cherry pick. But in the last, couple of months, I've started selling on Amazon. And so I also use ScoutIQ some. And what my philosophy is I kind of use them together, right? And sometimes it's just you pick things out and you can use ScoutIQ to get your comp, or, just pick things with your eyeball. And then maybe certain sections, especially like things like self-help and some of the computer books and things like that, sometimes I'll just hit those with the scanner, if I have some time. And this was one that came out of, a scan, this program management crash course. And this is like an $18 book. So on Amazon, it'll be, with Fulfilled by Amazon, it's gonna be like $10 profit. So this is not something I would have picked out with my eyeball. The scanner picked this one. So, hey, I'll eyeball picks, scanner picks, I don't care. I'll take them all, right? So that's a scanner picked up. Now this is one I picked up on the eyeball. I loved it. This Walking with Spring. It's Appalachian Trail. Kind of cool subject matter. It's a $15 to $18 book. So I'm not sure. I may send this one in to Amazon, this to eBay, but it's a good book. Paid $1.50 for this one at that one thrift store. Okay. This is one that came from my library, and I actually paid $2 for this one. And it's this bridge book, okay? And this is actually about a $25 book. And I will say, I see like these how to play bridge. I don't know anything about bridge, but there's these series of books on bridge strategies, or different, I guess, playing different parts of the bridge hand or something. Most of the time when I've looked those up as comps, I actually got where I don't even look at them anymore, because I haven't really ever found any that were, of value for resale. Unlike things like, some like chess is a great example. Always check chess books, especially if you get them, at the right price. You can put them together, but I've had some chess books that have sold for like 50 bucks, right? So I always check out books for the game of chess. And there's all this, there's lots of interest too with chess, because was it like that, it was Netflix or Amazon did the Queen's Gambit, and there's all kinds of chess things on YouTube. So where they go, the New York City chess hustler guys, that play. And so there's interest there too, but some of the how to play chess and strategies can be quite profitable. I don't find that with bridge. But this one, I guess what struck me was the cover. It kind of had this, I don't know, kind of this deco-ish looking cover. And so I said, let me check it out. And it turns out this is like a $25 bridge book. So pay $2 for it, it'd be good. So, okay, the Raw Milk Answer Book. $10 book, solid $10 book. Paid $1 for it. Did I pay $1 for it? No. Right there. Came from my library. Only paid 50 cents for it. A little better. All right, here's another one I got from the scanner. This Living Simply. This is like has an E-score of 76, so this thing's selling, you know, like every 3 or 4 days on Amazon. This is not something I would normally pick out with my eyeball, but I find that the scanner helps me a lot with these self-help books because, you know, these things, you know, I don't know. In your places, maybe you see it, but in my thrift stores and my library, there's whole shelves of these things, and you can tell some of them are old because like the pages are all like brown. You know, this is like self-help from the 70s or something, right? So I find a lot of stuff there that's just didn't have any value at all. But that's where the scanner comes in handy. You know, I look at them and I'm like, hey, this is in good condition. Let's scan it. You know, this is selling this on Amazon. This will be a $10 profit. This will probably go to Amazon. Okay, this is one, not a big dollar book. It's like a $10 book, this Road to Serfdom. I wasn't familiar. The title caught me. And it's funny because I saw this when I was walking by. It was this title. They actually had this in the fiction section. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. And so I pulled it. And I guess it was originally written in like 1944. And it you know, it was, I think it was like, it was like really at the time was viewed as kind of like this work that was, it says in 1944, it was about, it inspired and infuriated politicians and scholars. And I guess it was kind of like, you know, you're a heretic if you prescribe to this, but you know, a lot of it, it's about economic control and culture wars and stuff like that. So it's written in 44. It's not a high dollar book, but it's in great condition. Paid $1 for it, $10. So it's one of those things that'll be like, kind of, somebody will like it, somebody will read it. All right, now here's one. I went by this thrift store that I don't hardly go to. It's on the north side of town, and they have a good book room, but I haven't really had that much success there. But I saw this book on subway art, okay? It was just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Let me look at it. And so then I looked it up, and this is like a $70 to $90 book, okay? I think I can sell this on either eBay or Amazon. The E-score from ScoutIQ is like 8, so it's not a real, you know, it's not going to sell quick, but you know, this thing's selling maybe once a month, once every couple 3 weeks from that E-score, and it's but it's like a $70 profit book. So I paid $1 for this one, and then I probably wouldn't have noticed this one, but it was sitting right next to the Subway book, this creative watercolor. So it was sitting right there, so I looked it up too, and this is about a $15 book. You can say I paid $1 for it. Those are really interesting that they're right next to each other, right? But that Subway book's one of my favorites of this sets of hauls, right? I stopped by an estate sale, and this thing, I couldn't tell on the photos for the sale. It looked like there were a lot of books there, where it turned out they were cookbooks. And man, they were like, it was just like so many of them. They were ratted out, and it was like community cookbooks, and I just didn't have the time to, you know, it was like you'd have to look them all up individually, and I just didn't have the time to really go through them. So when I see cookbooks, I always look for the vintage Betty Crocker cookbooks. I didn't see any on the shelves, and I went out into the garage, and in the garage there were a couple of boxes under a table, and I pulled it, and here's 2 things I found. One was this Betty Crocker picture cookbook. This is like the 2nd edition. I think the 1st edition is like the red and white one, but this was like the 2nd edition. It's like 55, 56, something in that time frame. It's actually the hardback. It's in decent, you know, the binding's in decent shape. It's got a lot of surface wear to it, but this thing it's priced all over the place. You see this priced, and it is a 1st edition. If I can look up the print page here. So see, or first print. So see, it's you can see it, 2nd edition, 1st print. All right, so that's going to command a little higher price. I think I can get $35 for this in this condition, maybe more. I see these sometimes running 50 or 60. Whenever I see the Betty Crockers, especially the old ones, even the ones up into the 70s, there's some Sears versions. Sears holiday ones. The 5-ring binder ones sell really good. There's the one they call it the cherry pie edition, because it's got all these things that are kind of like pie wedges on the cover, and all these sell great. So this is a good find. And I got this one for 75 cents. It was 25% off day, and it had them for $1. So that's pretty good. Then this other one is kind of crazy. Look here. This is from like 1890. It was just stuck in this box. The Ceramic Art of Japan. Now, it has some binding issues. You know, it's got a weak spine there, but it's got all of these. Let's see if I can find some of them. It's got all these color plates in it of, well, there's one of just all this just Japanese ceramic art. 1890. Got it for 75 cents. I see this listed, no sold comps. I see it listed on eBay between 120 and 250 bucks. At this condition, even if I can get 80 or 100 bucks out of it, I think it's really cool. You know, it's got some wear there, but for 75 cents, you can't go wrong with that. So that's fine. Then at my library for $1, I found this The Sins of Madison County autograph copy. It's a solid 20 bucks. The only thing I don't like about it, I think it's, you know, it's not what I would call it a remainder mark in my listing, right? I don't know if that's really a remainder mark or if that's just somebody hit it with something, but it's kind of got that dot. A lot of times you'll see slashes on it, you know, for remainder marks, but I still think I can get 15, maybe 20 bucks for it. Autograph copy. And then the last thing, I got these for $1 because nobody wants them, right? It's this, they're kind of big. It's this Funk and Wagnall's New Practical Dictionary. It's a 2-volume set. These are from like 1956. Got them for 50 cents each. And I see these, there's like a 1951, 54, 56 version. They all look kind of the same. These are in really good shape. I see these selling for, sold comps on these for like 25 bucks for the pair. So for $1, they're heavy. I'll charge shipping on them. You know, they'll cost $6 or $8 even with medium mail. So, so that's it. That's the find. So kind of eclectic mix of stuff, you know, and some, you know, some really cool stuff. Good profit potential on all these. You know, some of these like that ceramic art of Japan, it may take a while to sell, but if I price it right, even if I bring it down, start it at 100 bucks or bring it down to 75 bucks, I've only got 75 cents in it, and you know, maybe somebody would like it. It'll sell. It's one of those I'm willing to put on my shelf for a while and have a long tail on it. I'm okay with that, especially for that price and what it is. So that's it. Hope you guys are finding good stuff. You know what we say: see cool, buy cool, and then list it and sell it. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye.